Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about a truth that I think many of us need to hear. Let's go ahead and dive into it. You don't need to be fixed. You need to be understood. Have you ever gotten advice when you were hoping for a hug? Like you just needed someone to sit with you while you cried and maybe hold your hand and tell you that it was okay to feel that way. But instead you got told to do things differently next time, or someone said something like, that person isn't good enough for you, or that job isn't right for you. You should leave. And you thought, yeah, thanks. I was hoping for a shoulder to cry on, but I guess I'll fire my boss tomorrow. Sometimes all we need is understanding. We need to be seen and heard, not fixed. We live in a world that's obsessed with fixing. There are so many articles about fixing your bad habits, fixing your childhood wounds, fixing your attitude, fixing your mindset. But what if you never needed fixing? What if what you needed was to feel seen, heard, understood? One day you're feeling down and you talk to your partner about it. Hey, I'm feeling a little bit tired. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm having a hard time at work. I could use a night in with a good movie and some couch cuddles. Your partner looks at you and says, well, then go watch a movie. Stop being so needy. Nobody's coming to save you. If you want it done right, you gotta do it yourself. They walk out of the room. And you're left thinking, wait, is that what I wanted? A movie and to clean the house myself? No, I wanted connection. I wanted to feel supported by the person I love. I wanted them to acknowledge how I feel and let me know that it's okay. When we don't feel connected, we can start to feel more alone. And isolation is hard. If you've ever struggled with feeling misunderstood, whether in your closest relationships or even within yourself, know that you're not alone. Feeling unseen and unheard can leave us believing that there's something wrong with us. That's why today's message is so important. You don't need to be fixed. You need to be understood. When we feel misunderstood, it can be easy to believe that there's something wrong with us, that we're too sensitive, too much, or broken. But here's the truth. You're not broken. You're not too sensitive. You're not too much. You're someone who's never been fully understood. And that makes a difference. When we don't feel understood, we can start to believe that there's something wrong with us, that we're broken or defective. We may try to hide our true selves, believing that if others knew the real us, they wouldn't love us. Or worse, they'd try to fix us. But here's the truth. You don't need to be fixed. You need to be understood. Being understood doesn't mean that we're perfect. It means that we're human. It means that we're seen and heard and valued for who we truly are, flaws and all. It means knowing that we're not alone in this world, that there are people who get us, who know why we act the way we do and feel the way we do. They know why we have our guard up. They see the younger us hiding behind our anger. They understand why we have certain triggers and what makes us uncomfortable. You've probably experienced times where you felt seen and understood. Maybe it was with a close friend or family member, someone who knew you so well that they could predict what you would order at your favorite restaurant because they knew your favorite food. They knew your favorite TV show to binge watch together. They knew how to make you laugh when you were feeling down. They knew how to comfort you when you were hurting. And these connections made you feel loved, valued, and seen. You didn't need to explain yourself or apologize for your feelings. You simply felt known and accepted. But what happens when we don't feel seen or understood? When we're not connected to others and feel misunderstood, we can start to believe that there's something wrong with us. We might put up walls to protect ourselves from further pain or hurt. We might start to doubt our own feelings and thoughts. We might feel like we don't belong or that we're not enough. We might struggle with anxiety or depression. We might even blame ourselves for not being able to connect with others. In her book, The Heart Connection, Dr. Sue Johnson talks about how disconnection in relationships can lead to distance, resentment, and eventually divorce. She shares the story of two individuals named Peter and Mary who came to her for help. Peter and Mary had been married for several years and had 2 children together. They were struggling to connect with each other and felt like they were living separate lives. Peter felt like Mary didn't understand him and his needs. He felt lonely and disconnected from her. Mary, on the other hand, felt like Peter was always criticizing her and making her feel like she wasn't doing enough. She felt like he didn't appreciate all that she did for their family. As Peter and Mary's disconnection grew, so did their resentment towards each other. Peter started spending more time at work and less time at home. He felt like he couldn't be himself around Mary and that she didn't value his input or opinions. Mary, on the other hand, started feeling like Peter was neglecting their family and not being there for them the way that she needed him to be. She started feeling like their relationship was one-sided and that she was carrying the weight of their family on her shoulders. Peter and Mary's story is a powerful example of what can happen when we feel misunderstood and disconnected from those closest to us. Their inability to connect with each other led to disconnection, resentment, and ultimately the breakdown of their marriage. So, how can we avoid the same fate? One of the most important things that we can do is to listen to and validate our own emotions. When we feel misunderstood, it can be easy to dismiss our own feelings or to blame ourselves for not being able to connect with others. But the truth is that our feelings are valid and important. We need to allow ourselves to feel what we are feeling and to express ourselves in a healthy way. It's also important to seek out those who get us. We all need at least one person in our lives who we can be completely open with. Someone who knows our struggles, our triggers, and our joys. This can be a partner, a friend, a family member, or even a therapist. Having someone in our lives who gets us and who we can be vulnerable with can make all the difference. If you've ever struggled with feeling misunderstood, I want you to know that you're not alone. I've been there too. And I know how painful it can feel. But please remember that you don't need to be fixed. You need to be understood. You deserve to feel seen, heard, and valued for who you truly are. So don't give up on finding your people, the ones who will get you and accept you for who you are. Don't settle for anything less than understanding and connection. Okay, that's it for today's video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone else who needs to hear this message. Thanks for watching.